All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dorohedoro, Season 1, Episode 2. That was a start to a show.
Yeah. I have no idea where this whole thing's going to end up, but they have given us quite the start, if you will.
They have indeed.
And I don't even feel like it's the start. Like there's things that they've even set up that are like, oh, this happened way before. We have lost memories from our main character Kaiman.
Yep.
We've got like just regular people in the midst of this whole thing, but and like maybe everyone's human regular people except for all the transmutive like magic that's been going around like crazy in the whole.
All the sorcerers doing their practice.
Yeah, and the doors, meaning that there could potentially be other worlds that they're doing stuff in and stuff.
And then there's the guys that we saw at the end of the previous episode with like the heart face and everything, and the violence, lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
Death.
So much.
Yep.
And the girl with the skull mask. Yeah.
Yes, Ebisu. Yep.
Yep.
She lost her fingers.
And her face.
And her face. Yes, that's right. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
There's so much happening. But I'm sure it'll all start to kind of be laid out puzzle piece style, and then they'll start to connect it, over the course of time.
Yeah.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. It's a pretty radical club.
Yeah.
Oh. This voice, though. Oh, N. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. So these are enforcers for
N.
The mob, basically. N, yeah. All right.
Beginning for this OP is so trippy.
Right?
And then it just goes into food montage.
Yeah. Yep. Jesus.
Okay.
So people are going to get sick from it and stuff. And then he's immune to it because, it's magic. Ah! Yeah, seriously. Just barely missed my guilt.
Oh, it's moving.
No. Oh my god.
Okay.
Dang, music, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're back in the...
Gotcha.
Gotcha, the end of the first episode. Okay.
Okay.
All right, see the guy's face. Here we go. Cleaners. Oh, that's what they're called.
Okay. Bullying the weak.
Well.
All right.
Rip old geezer. Yep.
Ripperoni.
Oh. No.
They don't flinch easy, so...
Yeah. Oh. No screams, nothing. Just...
Yep. We don't even get to see what he got turned into.
Yeah. Oh. I wonder why. Well, it was sent in a trash bag.
Yeah, you're not used to feeling kind of bad for a sorcerer.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
That's what these two's like little dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so they're dumping trash sorcerers in the hole, basically.
Heal some girl? Ebisu?
Probably. Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Nasty.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow. Well, you might have been right about something in that OP, Jacob.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh my god.
Recognizes her without the skull and her face.
Oh, she's just broken. Oh my god.
Wow.
That is dark but funny. Like, jeez. What? Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this. I'm like, this is a thick woman.
Yep.
Let's go. Oh my god. Yes. She big. Oh. Ebisu's gone.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait.
Trying to get out with the food. Oh, the cake. Okay.
Oh, interesting. 1 kilo. Ah.
Okay.
It's the I disguise self to look like the person. So
right.
That, yeah. Wow. Oh. What the hell?
Wait.
You grabbed all the knives though, so I had just the forks. Oh my god. What?
We're people. Oh my god.
This show was crazy.
Yep. Oh. Oh.
Sorry, that got me so good.
Oh, gross.
Oh, this is
That's so gross.
this world is so funny and imaginative at times, though.
And yet so
Gross. Yeah.
gross. Yeah.
Jeez, there was just someone hanging up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now these guys are like, pay the toll.
Yeah, good luck. By the time the bag hits the ground, they're already taken out.
You looked at the bag like an idiot.
Oh!
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh!
God, his fake eye is out. Oh! Jesus! I just have to say, though, I'm never gonna trust any food that they eat in this show ever again.
Even though we know that food was normal.
Even though we know that food was legit.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know where it's sourced from.
Yeah.
I didn't get a legit drink earlier. That would have all that slime in it. Oh, needles.
Hmm.
Oh. There's no chill.
Do you always begin conversations this way?
Yeah. Dude, we're in a crowd of people here.
Yeah.
Why? And yep, that's all you get. Ooh.
Ah.
Heart mask, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Some divination magic as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Serious stuff. This guy's pretty legit. Oh. Oh, he had a bunch of dead skin and stuff.
Okay.
All right. All kinds of gross things here. All right. Is that
I think that's what we call an entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting to track a little bit more, but
yep.
This show is crazy.
I love the world in this show. It's so twisted, but engaging. Like, well,
all right. They escalated a whole bunch of things. They escalated the violence. We got like tons of crazy gore and madness and stuff.
Brains and eyeballs being squished. And all of it.
The amount of like also stuff that we're starting to notice a lot more with regards to the fact that they like stopped everything to focus on Ebisu's like actual like transformation and needing to actually like get like a new set of like stitched clothes and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, no, there's some serious body just stuff that's going on.
And Ebisu is clearly important because Noi and Shin Senpai were called back.
Yep.
Specifically because she needed to be healed.
Right.
So
because she does lizard transformation magic, which means she'll know something with regards to potentially what went down with Kaiman.
Yep.
Now, they don't know who this Kaiman is or anything. All they know is that it's like, okay, we've got someone that's killing sorcerers in Hull. That's a problem. But the real problem is that we've sent sorcerers that should have been able to deal with him, but
they weren't.
They weren't.
Because this guy's immune to magic.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
So, if we've got someone who's immune to magic, why don't we just bring in the two people that
kill sorcerers?
Well,
like, no problem.
That kill sorcerers and don't need magic.
Yeah.
You know, that are roided out and buff badasses enough that they can just... It should be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And they're like some of the direct like enforcers for Mr. N, which is interesting because it made it seem like these are the guys that Noi and Shin, who are basically the when you need the specialists for the jobs or what have you, you send in these two here. But there was a little bit of introduction with regards to these two, Noi and Shin, meeting Fujita and Ebisu, where it seemed like I believe Noi is the cousin of
N.
Of N or something like that?
Yeah, it seems like that.
It's been a while, Noi. And then he was like, don't ignore me, we're cousins, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I don't see a lot of family resemblance, I will say.
I mean, either one of them could have had their hair color, changed in some level.
And cousins isn't that close.
But there was this awkward adorableness that was going on between Shin and Noi of just like, has she been useful to you? Basically, like, she's on loan as like here's a really like trusted member of my like mob, clan, whatever. She's going to help you with all this stuff. And then she's like, yeah, I've been useful, right, Senpai? Yeah. And he's like, served with braised? What does braised mean? Like this world is so funny at times when it's so just dark and just scary and and dreary as well. And yet we can have jokes like this of a guy that's like, he reads, really quite fine. But does he not have like a sixth grade education because of the way this world is, where people just don't understand high concept words of like brains?
Right? Yeah. Vocabulary could be pretty small, and that would make sense.
Sure.
But this is the guy that slices people into cross sections,
25 pieces or something,
without killing them, so that they can be sent back to the boss, like
to be interrogated or
exactly.
something. Yeah.
Like the fact that Kaiman finds the body in the bag, and he's like, "Oh God,
why are you like this?"
That threw me off my appetite a little bit. But that wasn't actually the person that we saw them getting. That wasn't the sorcerer that we saw them take out.
Someone else that he had chopped up to pieces.
That was just someone else. Yeah. And then we actually go to Mr. N, and Mr. N has the sorcerer that they went and got, and he's all hung from the ceiling, right? Yeah. Okay, but that goes to show that that guy's like, that's his staple, right? That's his trademark, way of working.
His signature ability is something that goes beyond kind of what Kaiman did in the beginning, which was he chopped a sorcerer into a bunch of pieces to like prevent him from regenerating or something like that.
Right.
But in this case, this is someone who's like, no, I'm going to put so much of my magic in your body that I will keep you in this perpetual state where you're probably going to be in screaming, agonizing pain.
Oh,
but because, magic or what have you, you might be able to be conscious during this. Mm-hmm. So, okay, cool. But there was a point where the guy was like, I was unconscious until I heard that guy's heartbeat. And it was like, whoa, wait, heartbeat?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm very curious what they mean about that.
And then the fortune teller, who was the needler who used his fortune and stuff, was like, you guys are going to run into a problem with a heart.
Yeah.
So, this guy has also a heart mask, so is he literally like, I don't know, like
he's coming to kill him basically, so
right, but I want to go on a dumb theory like almost immediately that I'll just drop right here. It's just like, does he have himself like a heart phylactery of some kind where it's like he's immortal or something, and his heart thing is part of his brand or something? I don't know. Dumb idea.
Well, but either way, is that something where then like the guy was in whole and that's why he heard the heartbeat, or like, what caused that to happen?
Yeah.
But then there's the whole thing of just the fact that, okay, Kaiman is going to have to deal with these people, right? Kaiman and Nikaido, right? Because they're coming after them.
Yeah.
Granted, we know that, Kaiman and Nikaido are badass, but I feel like they're a bit outmatched here.
Yeah, I feel like if you were to match these two up against the two of just Shin and Noi, they would have a problem primarily, but I still think it could be a pretty even fight. Problem is, if you just bring anyone else involved, it just becomes a numbers issue, and then we don't know what kind of magic they can use on Nikaido since she's not immune to it.
And given that Kaimans' story so far is, I see a sorcerer, oh, hello, all right, what did the guy say? Oh, no, you're not it? Okay, kill him, right?
Right.
I'm curious how their story will sort of get overtaken by the fact that they're now being hunted, because, yes, they're hunting sorcerers in general. That definitely attracts attention, right?
Yep.
But, like, how will this work? Like, because I don't see them beating, Noi and Shin, right? So are they going to, like, escape and get away, or will they then continue hunting sorcerers? Like, how's that going to work? And then,
we had also this whole little diner kind of experience with them being served, French cuisine and stuff, the mushrooms and everything. But then we had this quick little bit where they brought out the Itake and Maitake twins, which you mentioned in between discussion that they sounded almost like mushroom names in general, like Shiitake and stuff like that.
Right. I don't know too many mushroom names, but I'm pretty sure there are a few that seem very similar. So
right. So did N basically have under his employ some sorcerers that are there to transform themselves in some ways, just to be useful in this kind of situation? They can cast disguise self at will,
Exactly.
For the purpose of being like, does this look like how they are? But then, no, these are apparently not them, and they tried to get away in the midst of this by pointing their guns at N of like, okay, we've got you held hostage. And
of course, it doesn't go very well.
It doesn't go well at all, but the speed at which Shin and Noi each grabbed utensils and threw them into their hands.
Yeah.
And then they were criticizing each other. Wait, why'd you grab forks?
A fork? And like knives are the traditional way to go.
Way better.
Like the comedy in this show it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so weirdly placed, but intentionally weirdly placed, right?
Yeah.
It's not something where because if this was like a serious drama or something like that, and it had these kinds of like hard cuts to comedy, I'd be like, oh no, you're that feels weird with the drama, right?
Right.
But with this, that's the whole point, right? You have things where people are eating like people that have been turned into mushrooms and things like that, and you have slicing tops of heads off and catching the brain in a hat. Right?
Yeah.
And then, of course you have people commenting on, oh, why'd you throw a fork instead of a knife? You have someone without a face in a zipper patchwork dress with a skull mask.
With their breast hanging out.
With their breast hanging out, running away with a cake, that also has mushrooms on it. Like, okay, all right.
Oh my God.
Yep.
But
this
then
is the world we're in.
Mr. N being the resourceful one of then blasting them with magic, turning them into mushrooms, which then they can then use to serve people. Because they're actually mushrooms. Like, it's a full transformation.
Yep.
And then he brings up the comment of, yes, use them as cooking. And if they're the two actual twins are dead, use their corpses to line the mushroom.
To cultivate the fields or whatever.
The mushroom beds, yeah. And then they're realizing, wait, so the mushrooms we just ate now are... And then they're like, whoa, yeah.
Yep.
So that's its whole thing.
I was kind of expecting at some point, once we saw, like, the person chopped up into all the different, like, cross sections, I was expecting there to be some point where, okay, when does he eat them? Like, especially once it's like, we're going to have a dinner thing. Like, because that would be the ultimate way to, like, make Mr. N be like, okay, yeah, he's disgusting and terrifying. But no. The fact that he turns them into mushrooms first and then eats them, since he has this whole mushroom aesthetic, it's like, it's this wonderful tiny little bit of indirection that doesn't change the fact that, you're eating people, right?
Yep.
But it's
seriously.
that bit of a facade of like, no, I'm cultured. I don't waste things. And we're not eating people, we're eating mushrooms.
Yeah.
They were people, but, that's not important right now.
Right.
That just makes it even creepier.
Speaking of creepy, we saw for the first time a different kind of vision of sorts inside of Kaiman's mouth.
Yep.
Which was basically some kind of naked-looking, scarred, muscly form with almost like lips on his chest, with a cloth over his head, but then hooked up to like a table of sorts,
right,
with a whole bunch of wires and stuff. But these jars,
it looked like they might be full of blood or something, something. Yeah.
It's just like that's the first time we've seen anything that would be a little bit more in there. So I wonder if every time we get that vision, that's more for the audience to try and start to piece together, because there's no reason as to why these individual sorcerers should get anything different, like some kind of unique vision.
Right.
The main point is that every time the sorcerer being or whatever is inside Kaiman right now, the shadow, whatever, asks the same question.
Or yes, says, you're not the one.
Yes, states the same thing. You're not the one. You're not the one.
Right, and then Kaiman's like, what'd they say? And then they say no, and then he's like, all right, I'm going to kill you now. Like, I gotta say, I don't know if I will ever get tired of Kaiman's casual, just like, hey, sorcerer, huh?
It's like, it's so jovial at times where you can see that he's in this brutal world.
Yep.
And yet he's like, I'm cleaning, and I'm cleaning up the things that hold the bodies and the
double bento,
Whoa, with this Fraggyotto trash bag falls with a corpse that's mangled next to it, like right next to his food. You're telling me no juices like splashed up onto the gyotsu or something?
Oh, yeah.
Gyotza or something?
Speaking
it's probably a pretty sealed garbage bag, but we could tell.
We've seen that they
the
can be
garbage bags
flimsy.
Can break,
Which that was so perfect because, like, garbage bags aren't that, like, sturdy, right?
No, they're not.
So
there's varying also grades of garbage bags.
So it's, again, one of those things of, like, talking about mundane things.
Yeah.
Amidst the juxtaposed with the brutality of what's going on. Right. So he's like, I told you to get the good garbage bags. Like, those flimsy things just come apart. Like,
right. It makes the world feel like they live in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This is just another day.
Yep. This is Tuesday.
Right. And it adds to the effect of, hey, if you have people that are as cold killers as basically everyone in this show is,
because they need to survive, or they have a really weird goal of being cleaners,
then of course they wouldn't care about it. Of course it would just be another thing. And that makes it way more convincing to the audience, to me, because things like this where you have people that like kill people brutally a bunch, especially in anime, it's easy for me to just be like, oh, this feels like they're just potentially being edgy, right? But they so lean into it with the
banter.
Damn it, you skimped on the trash bags. Like that totally sells it to me.
Right.
That totally sells it. So,
I just thought of a unique interaction that kind of makes sense as to why Kaiman is going around killing sorcerers. Mm-hmm. Well, magic gets canceled when sorcerer dies.
Yes.
So his thought process is this simple, probably.
Kill him if
I kill all the sorcerers, eventually this will go away.
Exactly. The only good sorcerer is a dead sorcerer, kind of a thing, where it's just the...
But one of the things that the Nightmares has suggested and his own thoughts have suggested is that there's a very real, just basic answer to this, in that he is literally either the sorcerer themselves or there is a literal sorcerer inside his body.
Right.
And he's some just construct, extra layer skin of transformation that, of course it's immune to magic because he's not, he's a homunculus type thing that's created by magic. Who knows? But I just love the idea that this is the type of thing where he's like, eventually I'm going to just randomly, accidentally, potentially just kill the sorcerer that did this.
Maybe he doesn't actually plan on killing the sorcerer who did it, though. Maybe he's doing this to be like, okay, if you are, then I won't kill you because I have some questions.
Right. I have to know why, and I probably want to know if you can free up my whole memory issue. Because I want to know
also a problem.
I want to know what happened before all this stuff.
Also, something else that I noticed that was kind of cool from world building, not just the whole thing of the rain and the black smoke and all of that stuff. I think that's cool too. And the toxicity of it explains why they go around with like masks and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But also the idea of Itake and Maitake. Yeah, if sorcerers can transform things, who's to say that they couldn't transform themselves?
Yeah.
That could be a very legitimate, form of use of the magic.
Yep.
And since all the sorcerers have access to the same magic, theoretically, you could have people that just become their doubles because, hey, that's how we can get close to N. We just transform ourselves to look like the people that are the transformers, and there you go.
Yep.
So I appreciated that because when originally they're like, oh, they're doubles or something like that, I was a bit confused because I was like, wait, they're transforming. Why are they trying to kill them? What is this, some weird training or
Yeah, I thought it was another rival group of sorcerers that sent some assassins to go and try and kill him. Basically.
Right, which is probably what it was. Yeah. But it took me a bit to figure that whole thing out. But then it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then the implications for the world are also kind of nice.
The implications also potentially for Kaiman are also, like, if you think about what you do in the beginning of a show, it's really important to set up a lot of specific things because you only have so much time to get in the heads of the viewers and the readers. I don't know what the source material for this is specifically, but some kind of idea of what the magic can do or can't do. And Kaiman, thought about the idea that he might even be the sorcerer. So there's a potential little bit of foreshadowing there that the magic
using it on yourself
that can be used on yourself. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So something to think about there. But yeah, I feel like this episode kind of simplified the story a little bit, gave us a clear direction as to where a lot of these characters are going, and now we have a pretty good setup for episode 3 being probably the clash between these two sets of characters here.
And by the way, I absolutely love Shin and Noi as a pair of characters.
Me too.
Like they're very entertaining. So I hope that they stick around after whatever conflict they have with Kaiman is resolved.
Because this show is so brutal, I would hate to see a bunch of people die
and be gone forever. And thankfully, there's the whole thing of the idea of regeneration and stuff, the egg in the muck and goo. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that what this show is doing really well thus far is setting up an imaginative world that is crazy enough that we have to latch on really tightly to the few characters that we have. And these characters that we do have are bustling with personality.
Yes.
Especially Kaiman. Kaiman is a very, very fun character to follow.
Oh, yeah.
So not only him being a good protagonist in the main part there, Nikaido is a good kind of number 2 character in the whole story. And the initial introduction that we have to Noi and Shin Senpai is also very good. And Shin Senpai, I wanted to bring up rather quickly, he might have a death wish, but it's not necessarily just a death wish. It might be something slightly adjacent to that. Because he was sad that he had to kill the ones as a part of his job.
Right. But he was like, you decided to fight with your lives on the line or whatever. And then he's like, morons like you should just die. And then he laughed like crazy.
Right.
So it gave me the impression that it's something where he loves being in fights to the death.
Right.
But he also has this mantra of quid pro quo. You know,
Sure.
he won't use magic on people that don't have magic. He won't fight to the death if they won't fight to the death.
Exactly.
So then when he finally gets to, since he only ever matches his opponent essentially.
Right.
If they're actually wanting a fight to the death, then he gets really excited because then he doesn't have to hold back.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a very classic anime trope of an enforcer type character who wants to have the strong fight him, you know?
But then having some fun limiters in there.
Right, but also some fun emotions, I would say, in that as well.
Oh,
like the idea of how he seems genuinely like, why you guys are so stupid? Like, like meaning like because they fought back, he had to fight and kill them. But his job is a cleaner. So are there times where he cleans up without really doing his job in the typical sense?
Sure.
And I would say it parallels a little bit what happened with Nikaido when she got ambushed or, you know, jumped by the robbers and stuff was, oh, we're doing this. Okay, I guess I have to go all out.
Yeah.
Which means I kill you all.
Yep.
Like
oh, one got away. Darn. Okay.
Right.
Well.
But I think what she was hinting at was that if they had just kind of backed off once she was like, no, I'm not going to make this easy for you. I'm going to fight you. She wouldn't have chased them down and killed them.
Right. Because it's sort of a, hey, these are, like, this is the impression I get.
You're trying to survive.
Exactly. Desperate times, nothing personal. It's totally cool, you know, but just don't do that again.
Yeah. The one guy learned his lesson, like, once he saw how the first guy was handled with the skateboard, which was so badass.
That was, that was really cool.
So they've done a good job of setting up the competence of Nikaido and Kaimans so that when Noi and Shin show up, we're excited to see these two competent groups clash.
But I feel like they can't win. Like, they could get away maybe, but they can't actually beat them. So, I don't know.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Indeed, we stream Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Mondays podcast, Tuesdays One Piece dramatic manga readings, Wednesdays and Fridays Chaotic Gaming.
Yep, I'm playing Hades right now.
And then Thursdays I do gaming, which is Persona 4 Golden at the moment.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.